Eastern Cape Cooperative Governance MEC, Xolile Nqatha, is demanding answers on the 15 million rand used to build a stadium that's been described as a fenced-off piece of gravel. The Lessington Stadium in Komani, which was unveiled on Monday by the Enoch Mgijima local municipality, has been trending on social media and drawing widespread criticism. In a statement issued by the department, the MEC says they are investigating. He has asked the council to get all the facts about the scope of work for the project and what has been delivered so far. That report is expected by the end of the week. Meanwhile, the municipality says the cost of the project included a feasibility study and an environmental impact assessment. Municipal manager Nokuthula Zondani says they regret the manner in which the initial social media post was shared with minimal detail provided.
The scope of work amounted to about 22 million, which the municipality could not afford, prompting downsizing of the scope to about 15 million. All tender processes were followed to the latter. We regret the manner in which the initial post was shared, where minimal detail was provided. The municipality has made this investment in the rural village in support of sport activities in the area. This is aimed at providing the community, especially youth, with a facility that will serve as a suitable playing ground to benefit over 6 villages. The community has a rich history in sport and has also produced a professional soccer player, which the municipality prides itself of.
Let's stay with that story now and get you the opposition's take on it. DA regional leader Jane Cowley joins us now via our video link in Komani. Jane, on the face of it, I mean, what we saw this morning, for example, in the newspaper story around this story, it's been described as a fenced-off piece of gravel. It's hard to understand how it could have cost 15 million rand, what at least we see has been delivered.
Thank you, Michelle, and absolutely correct. On the face of it, it really does seem as though they have just fenced off a piece of gravel. I will be visiting the site myself this morning. Unfortunately, this project started in March 2020, and with COVID restrictions, it limited us rather extensively in terms of doing our oversight. However, I will be visiting the site this morning, and certainly on the face of things, there is no way that the infrastructure there could have come to anywhere near 22 million rand, including an EIA, including scopes of work. It is almost impossible to imagine that anyone can say that it costs 22 million rand and say that they're proud of the facility that they are giving to the community.
I mean, I imagine some of the outrage as well is around the fact that it was presented to the community. There was a ribbon-cutting ceremony. It's sort of a slap in the face. Absolutely correct, Michelle. And what is even more annoying is the fact that no opposition members on the council were even invited to the unveiling of that sports stadium. It was merely an ANC pre-election rally. And quite frankly, if they're proud of the sportsmen that they're producing in the area, they should have given them something that they can be proud of, not just a random little piece of land wrapped around by palisade fencing. So we are very disappointed in how this has unfolded. We truly believe one of our values in the Democratic Alliance is fairness, and to be fair to the youth in that community and really offer them something that they can invest in and they can be proud of. They've gone about it completely the wrong way, and they've not delivered on their promise. So in terms of some of the reaction that we've gotten from the municipality, for example, the municipal manager saying that the cost of the project also included, as you've also pointed out, an EIA, an environmental impact assessment, and a feasibility study. In your experience, what do those exercises, I suppose it depends on the project, but in your experience, what would those exercises cost for a project of this size? For a project of this size, I don't want to thumbs up a figure for you, but I can assure you that, it is such a small project that they couldn't have cost more than a very small percentage of the overall price. We, as the Democratic Alliance, approached the council and said, we want a forensic audit done on this project and on other projects in our greater municipality because we believe that these projects the costs are overrun, excessively overrun. And we've requested that a forensic audit be done. This then gets taken to Impact, but unfortunately we've received no feedback from Impact with regard to our request for the forensic audits, because we do believe that the prices are being substantially inflated. And we want to get to the bottom of it. So we're going to continue pushing for a forensic audit on this project and others within the municipality.
It's bad timing for the governing party in that municipality, isn't it, in the run-up to the local government elections? But I suppose, one worry for communities like this one and communities around the country is that issues like this will be used for politicking and only for politicking. And at the end of the day, when all is said and done, the community will still not have a sporting facility.
This community will have a sporting facility. It's, of sorts. They don't have roads. Some of them don't have water infrastructure. They depend on JoJo tanks. But if the ruling party thinks that giving them a completely substandard sporting facility is a good thing, they must go ahead and do it. And they must do it at any time of the year and in any year, because quite frankly, it could have been next year, it could have been the year after. What they've done is quite unacceptable.
All right, Jane Cowley, let me thank you for your time this morning. She is the DA's regional leader. She joins us via video link there in Komani, and that is certainly a big developing story that we're tracking for you. We're told a forensic study is now being initiated to try and get to the bottom of how that 15 million rand was spent on that stadium, which has been described as a fenced-off piece of gravel.